Hi everybody, this is a PRS CE22, is a 22, that was brought in to have some alterations made. Firstly, this was all original when it came in, and it had the rotary switch here, and the customer was complaining that really the guitar was muddy, not particularly interesting to play. He liked the feel of it but didn't like the sound of it, so he asked for some new pickups for it and for this conversion so that he could have a push coil tap, simplify the controls and make it much easier to use on stage. So what we did was we wound him a California bridge and a pound cake neck. Now these were not designed originally to go under covers, so when I did the prototypes they were all open coils, so that's going to change the tone a little bit. So because he's really interested in having the single coils usable with the coil taps, what we've done is actually wound the pickups backwards. So rather than the slug coil, which is under here, being the single coil and the louder, the heavier wound of the two coils, in this particular pickup, because obviously the screws come up through the cover, I've actually wound the screws hotter, so to all intents and purposes the pickup is wound almost totally in reverse. Now he plays generally the Marshall tone, so I've got a Marshall 50-watt head run up onto Helix. That's what I'm using, Helix down there. Okay, so it sounds kind of like this. This is the bridge. With the coil tap out, it's noticeably thinner. It still has plenty of snap in the sound. It's never going to be as snappy as a real single coil, of course, but it's getting close because the single coil on its own there is around 7K, and it has an Alnico 5 magnet underneath it, so there's quite a lot of winds on there, quite a lot of power for a single coil still. Neck pickup, again, the humbucker sounds like this. Pull the single coil and it's again much thinner, but this is a lot tighter, this pickup, than the bridge pickup because I'm using a thinner wire in it. The two singles together are very useful because it gives you that nice kind of spanky tone. Once you start to get the volume up, and the humbuckers together, So all in all, pretty happy again with these. They do lose a little bit of top end for being underneath the covers, and the best thing to do is just to add a little bit of top end back to the amplifier, and it's not a big deal because they still balance out really well. I mean, it's pretty much the same amount of top end that's lost from both pickups, so that makes it a fairly balanced set all the same. And the idea of not using the California neck on here is that the California neck is wound with an AWG43 wire and allows through just a little bit too much bottom end for this guitar, and makes the pickup not quite tight enough as a single coil, so it tends to sound a little bit flubby. Would work much better, of course, on something like a Super Strat. So there you go. Not bad, another success. Hi, if you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, leave a comment. It all drives the algorithm, which helps build the channel. Thanks again for watching.